July 4th, you're supposed to celebrate America's greatness, maybe eat a hot dog or two. But insufferable liberals and rabid anti-Semites are instead using the holiday as an opportunity to burn and stomp all over Old Glory.
It really feels like these younger generations aren't grasping the magnitude of sacrifice made by the greatest generation. Just listen to this World War II veteran's message.
I would tell them that, what we did was for them. What we did was for them, and I hope they appreciate it, and just stay, become good citizens, good living, good citizens. That's it. That's what we need, That's all. We don't hear about the good ones. All we hear is about the bad ones. They should teach some of this in school for these youngsters to realize what the greatest generation went through.
Meanwhile, American pride isn't exactly sky high, with just 67% of adults saying they are extremely or very proud to be an American, among the lowest in recent years.
And if you're wondering where these American-hating protesters are taking their cue, maybe it's from celebrities like
Padma Lakshmi.
Thank you. Posting her codify row cake on X. Thank you for that, Dagan. Here now with reaction, Seattle radio host and author of What's Killing America, Jason Rantz. So Jason, again, this is troubling. I hate to see these numbers. We all here love America. We think it's great. We brought freedom, democracy to so many places on earth. But I wonder where it does come from. Is it celebrities? Is it a left-leaning news cadre of people? Is it education, schools? Where's it coming from?
I mean, initially it's coming from education. I mean, we've heard from enough teachers and seen behind the scenes of what's being taught for the last several years to show what kind of propaganda they're putting in front of these kids when they are very, very young. They're being told capitalism is wrong. The United States, our experiences are coming off of oppression. And all of a sudden, you start to think like the teacher thinks. And that's, of course, the intent here. You get them in early, you continue throughout the entire education experience into college, into the real world, and then these losers are out there going out of their way on Independence Day to claim that Israel doesn't have the right to exist. Like, it's all interconnected, and it's not going to get any better unless we make a concerted effort to get back into the classrooms normalcy. Some kind of apolitical education. That's what we need. Unfortunately, I don't see us getting there anytime soon. And so that's really for parents to step up and make sure that they're counter-programming a lot of what's going on in the classrooms.
And for Padma Lakshmi and her codify row cake or whatever the hell that was, because of the Supreme Court, it's gone back to the voters in the states, which Sean has talked about often. More than 75% of women who live in this country live in a state where abortion is legal in some fashion. More than 75%. So she can take that cake and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. Jason, let's move on to this. Something, I don't know if we agree on this or not, but you wrote an article titled "Fireworks Are the Worst, but Here's What Is Even Worse This Independence Day." Would you mind elaborating on this?
Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of fireworks. I just find them to be boring. However, what I find to be worse than boring fireworks are the people who hate this country and then use their hatred to go after fireworks. I just want to make it clear that I'm not in the camp that hates this country. I just don't like fireworks. But I do know that there are a lot of people who will pretend to care about issues that they don't. And here's a perfect example, because if you, especially on social media, you can just click on someone's profile and see what they've said previously. They'll come out, oh, what about all the veterans and the PTSD? And then you'll realize that they're otherwise making fun of veterans, just dismissing all of their concerns. They're just using them during July 4th so they can go after fireworks. And so I'm just not a fan of that. I happen to like the drone displays a little bit more, with the exception of what happened over the last day over in Seattle, where a bunch of the drones started to fall out of the sky.
Kind of like the city itself.
There it is. We're seeing this next to Jason's head, where some of the drones were falling out of the sky.
Falling into the water.
I love fireworks. Sean, you had fireworks, didn't you? Do you love fireworks?
The 3rd and the 4th, Jason. And by the way, when you go with kids, when they see, because again, when I've seen them for 50 years, I'm like, yeah.
It's for kids.
But you go with kids, They love it.
Yes.
But your dog hates it. Both of our
Kids love
dogs.
it. For me, 17 seconds, it's the same thing over and over again, and I'd rather have my dog not freak out. But again, I like drones. We just have to figure out how to do them well.
I just wanted to add, so I watched the Macy's fireworks display, and there was a group of women who were originally from China behind me, and every firework that went off, they would say, wow, oh my God, incredible. And I thought, these women are from the birthplace of the firework. The Tang Dynasty, it was like 900 AD, and they are still mesmerized. We should be too. That was my takeaway.
I'm with you. All right, Jason Rantz, always great to see you. Thanks for
doing better.
joining us. Happy Independence Day a day late.
Good to see you.